Hello, everyone. Hello, Nadia. Hello, Sylvie.
Good morning.
Good
Hi.
morning. And as we had the university entrance exam last week, so we want to update students about the plans they can make for the upcoming term if they are to make a decision to be in Turkey or planning second year just to get ready for the exam or just prepare for the applications abroad. So that's why we want to do a kind of webinar series. And yesterday we did a general one informing students about all the options all around the world. And then today we started with the UK, continued with the US, and now we're with the Canada. And after the presentations, we can have any questions. And we also get some questions from the students and who cannot attend the event or the webinars. And we definitely refer to you. And you can also feel free to share any sources, any links, any contact details in the chat box as well.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Nadia. I represent the University of British Columbia in Canada. I'm joined here today by my wonderful colleague Sylvie from University of Ottawa. She will also talk about her university and general experience of studying in Canada. I know that we don't have too much time left, too much time to begin with, so I will just dive right into that. Before I talk about the University of British Columbia, I'd like to give you a little bit of an overview of studying in Canada. You are at this point in life where you're probably thinking a lot about what are your options, where you can go, and I'm sure that you consider a lot of different things. I strongly encourage you, when you think about your study abroad experience, to come up with a list of things that are non-negotiable for you. And this list will be very different from one student to another. And whenever you learn about a new university, just compare that list of what you want your experience to be with what the university has to offer. Because at this point, you have a lot of different options. The world is open. So why Canada? Canada has been attracting international students for a long time now, and there are quite a few reasons for that. I'm an immigrant myself. I came to Canada a long time ago, and I came there as a student. Just wanted to have this study experience, and personally, I loved it so much that I've been here for the past, I don't even know how many, 15 years now. So Canada in general is one of the top countries in the world for the quality of life. There are different rankings. Some would say we're in the top five. Some would say we're in the top 10. In terms of academics, research is very strong. Such things as academic integrity, openness, and things like that. Academic quality in general is also what helps us rank very highly in the world. Canada was the first country to introduce multiculturalism as its national policy, which means that, again, for somebody who is not originally from Canada, I really appreciated that the population is diverse. People come from different cultures, different backgrounds, perspective. They speak different languages. Overall, Canada is a very friendly country. People smile all the time. This was something that I personally had to get used to. I will be honest, but now it's all good. It's part of me as well. And I would say the last but not the least probably is that as international students, you are allowed to work part-time when you come to Canada. And I know for a lot of you, this is one of the questions that you will ask yourself at some point. Where can I work? How can I do this? There are also lots of opportunities to do a co-op, which is a paid internship. It depends on the university, on the programs they offer, but in general, this is available. And also, once you graduate, there is an opportunity to apply for what's called a post-graduation work permit. You do need to meet certain requirements in terms of the length of study, the program you've studied to be qualified for that. But these are the options that are available for sure. And these are just some images I wanted to show you about Canada. I know that oftentimes when people hear the word Canada, they immediately think that, it's very cold, it snows all the time. But as you can see from this wide range of images, Canada is literally like very diverse. You can choose to live in a large city, a small city. You can choose to have your study experience in a more urban environment or something a little bit rural. But pretty much anything you can think of. Vibrant city life, amazing nature, spectacular opportunities to enjoy outdoors. All of this is within one country. All right. When it comes to UBC, one of the questions that, of course, you will ask is, well, why UBC in particular, not any other institution? There are tons of really good universities all over the world, including Canada. We are one of them. If rankings are important for you, then I will outline a couple of those. That UBC is ranked in the top 50 research universities in the world. There are quite a few disciplines where we rank highly. One of the questions I often get is like, what is this one discipline, one program that you are known for? We don't have the one program, right? We have over 260 different undergraduate programs, a lot of grad programs. And because we're a public research university, the quality of education is really controlled by the government and ensured that really the education you get is high quality. But even if you look at this screen, and this is not an exhaustive list, you can see that the range of disciplines we have is very, very different. When you apply to UBC, you usually don't apply, say, for psychology or mining engineering. You apply for a more general program of study. You apply for a Bachelor of Arts, Science, Engineering. And once you are at UBC, usually at the end of year one, this is where you decide that, okay, I want to major in electrical engineering, but I do want to minor in something else. So there is a lot of flexibility involved in your degree. And this is great because some of us knew at this time of their life, like when we were at school age, what we wanted to study. But there are a lot of students who have a vague idea. They just know that I want to be an engineer, but I'm not sure which one. So it's totally possible to figure this out along the way. We are very strong in sustainability, and we do believe that it is important to make sure that all our practices are sustainable. We have over 60 different courses that are related to sustainability, and if this is something you want to study, then definitely we are a nice place to do that. And the last but not the least in terms of statistics is that we are known as one of the most international universities in North America, which it means in practical terms is that if you decide to come to us, you will be surrounded by students from over 140 different countries. If you decide to stick to the Turkish crowd and be friends just with them, that's fine. But we definitely encourage you to venture out, find friends from all over the world, because this is one place where you can definitely see all that happen. To put it on the map, Canada is a large country. We are on the west coast. Those two dots that you can see on the far left, the green one and the orange one, is where we are located. On the west coast, the province of British Columbia, we have two campuses. Vancouver is a larger campus. Kelowna is a little bit smaller one. It's the same university, just very, very different experiences. Vancouver is probably the city that you've heard of. It's pretty large, third largest in the country. As you can see from this image, nature is spectacular. Climate is really mild. When I talk to students from Turkey, I found that this is one of the things that really is an important factor, that they don't want it to be very, very cold. So this is the warmest, I guess, you can get in Canada. You can literally go to the mountains in the morning, then go to the beach in the afternoon, and in the evening go downtown, check some comedy show or movie and things like that. So it's a large city with opportunities of a large city, which is pretty safe as well. If you're the kind of person who is looking for an opportunity to study in a large university, but you want to live on a smaller campus, then the campus in Okanagan might be a better fit for you. Kelowna is the name of the city where the second campus is located. It's really nice. As you can tell, nature is spectacular again. It's just a little bit of a different vibe and feel. It's a little bit easier transition, I guess, from from high school abroad to a large institution overseas. Same university, just slightly different experiences. On both campuses, we offer you the campus experience. This is a picture in the image of our campus in Vancouver. In Kelowna, the campus is smaller, but it's the same idea that everything is on campus. Places to study, places to relax, housing is provided, it's guaranteed for the first year. Lots of places where you can study, sports facilities. We even have a couple of museums right on campus. So you can stay on campus, and literally this is like a student city. You don't have to go anywhere. But both in Kelowna and Vancouver, if you want to go downtown, it's an easy access by transit, and you can definitely do that. If you want to stay on campus, I strongly advise that first year housing is guaranteed. All you need to do is apply before May 1st. You will have room, you will have board. Most importantly, you will have a place where you can start networking, because students from all over the world, same anxieties, same fears and whatnot, would come and be on this first year housing, and you all figure out things together. It's really a nice way to connect and start building your community. Apart from general academic education, in the sense that we're used to lectures and classes, tutorials, we strongly believe that your educational experience can be experiential, meaning that we do offer you opportunities to do research. You can get work experience, join athletics clubs, go abroad on an exchange. All of those things are optional, but it definitely helps you figure out what you want to do with your degree and expand your networks, both professional and personal. I know that a lot of students usually have questions about co-op, so I will quickly outline that a co-op is a work experience, paid work experience as part of your degree. It's not mandatory, but if you want to go into that, it's possible, and it definitely helps you figure out, again, how you can apply your degree. You start getting work experience while you are a student, something that I definitely recommend you do. We do take health and wellness very seriously, so we do provide you a lot of student supports, from academic support to this wonderful health, like mental health support as well. Just use it. That's the only thing that I always recommend students. You come to us, you pay student fees, all of those services are included. They're there for you to have a great experience. In terms of what you can do with your degree, UBC degree is world renowned. You don't have to stay in Canada. You can go and study all over the world, work all over the world. And if you want to, you might end up even in space. This is one of our prominent alumni. She actually did quite a few different degrees in different universities, but she did a postdoc with UBC, and now she's one of NASA's mission spacecraft lead, and she is on an 8-month science expedition in space right now. And out of all the things that she wanted to take with her on the aircraft, was the UBC t-shirt, which is wonderful. We are really proud of that. Okay, so now in terms of the programs, we do have both undergrad and grad studies. I only advise international students for undergraduate programs, so I can talk more about that. But if you're interested in grad studies, just feel free to check the website and find things that you're interested in. 261 majors, all kinds of programs from science, arts, engineering, a lot of niche programs like film studies, nursing, kinesiology, and things like that. So the important thing to remember is you apply for a general area of studies. You're not applying for psychology, you're not applying for computer science, you apply for a bachelor of something. And then once you come to UBC, then you figure out what is it that you want to study specifically. We look at different things. We look at your grades. We need your general GPA. We look at grades for specific subjects. For instance, if you're interested in engineering, science subjects would be important for us. Math, chemistry, physics, biology, things like that. We do look at your English language proficiency. We also look at what's called a personal profile. This is sort of like a college essay where you talk about extracurricular activities, things you do outside of the classroom. In terms of the timeline, there are 3 steps. First, you figure out what you want to study. You can choose 2 programs on either one campus or 2 campuses. We have an online application. You need to apply before January 15th. And also after that, you submit the documents, which is your English language proficiency and your transcripts. All this information is on the website, so I will just breeze through this so that we can move on, but please go back and refer to that. We accept all kinds of curricula. I don't know if we have students in the crowd who are doing IB or Turkish curriculum, American curriculum. We accept all of them. Requirements are slightly different, but please check the website and you will find all the requirements right there. This is just a brief overview of what we require for the English language. Okay. In terms of scholarships, I know that quite a few students are usually interested in what scholarships we have. We have quite a few. In essence, there are 2 different kinds. There is merit-based. For these ones, you don't need to apply separately. Once you apply to UBC, you get accepted. We will consider you automatically. There are some scholarships available just for Okanagan campus, for both Vancouver and Okanagan campus. Really depends what you do. If you're interested in a full ride scholarship, we do have that one as well. You do need to apply for this one. It's called International Scholars Program at the bottom right there. If you get it, it's full coverage. It's definitely more competitive to get a full ride scholarship than a merit-based scholarship, but if you're that brilliant student, please apply and we will definitely consider you. If we have younger students in the crowd who are still maybe a couple of years away from attending a university, if you want to come to us for the summer term, if you want to see what it feels like to be a UBC student in a very short period of time, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, please do that. July, August, you can come to Vancouver, stay on campus, take classes within the area of studies you're interested in. And then once time comes for you to apply, you have a lived experience of being a UBC student. All right, so I'm pretty much at the end of my presentation. One thing I want you to remember is that if you decide to come to UBC, the 3 things you will definitely get here. You will study in a highly accredited institution in one of the 2 great locations, and we will strongly encourage you to learn actively. Think about what else you can do outside of the classroom, be that a core, be that research, or something else. We are very active online. If you want to join one of our social media channels, please go ahead. We host a lot of events throughout the year in person, virtually. We are pretty much not everywhere, but in many, many different places. All right. This is the QR code if you want to scan it and be in our newsletter system so I can send you more information. Please go ahead and do that. But other than that, that was everything that I wanted to share. I hope that was within the time limit.
Thank you so much, Nadia. I know, unfortunately, it's not that easy to fit in like 10, 15 minutes for a school like UBC tour as well. But yeah, we just try to make as kind of intense and program will definitely be helping the students if they have further questions. And you can definitely ask the A2 team and we will refer the questions to you as well. Thank you so much again.
My name is Sylvie Turnbull. I'm Director of International Market Development for the University of Ottawa. So I'm happy to be with you guys today. Where is U Ottawa? U Ottawa is in the eastern part of the country, so opposite to Vancouver. We are in between Montreal and Toronto and very close to Boston and New York, so very centrally located. Ottawa at a glance, so we are the capital of Canada. No, Toronto is not the capital of Canada. It is actually Ottawa. We are a bilingual city. So in Ottawa, you will hear a lot of English and French as both official language are spoken in this city. It's a city because it's the capital of the country. We have a lot of museums and cultural events and landmarks and historical buildings and so on. So it's a very beautiful city. Lots of festivals and activities all year round. We have rich Indigenous and multicultural heritage, and it's a city with the most engineers, scientists, and PhD students in Canada. Why choose Ottawa? First of all, it's a hotspot for tech and government jobs. So because we're in the capital, there's the federal government is located here. So there's lots of government jobs, and we have a huge tech sector. So we call it Canada North, and it's just like 20 minutes from downtown Ottawa, and there's hundreds of high-tech companies situated there. Yes, so high income because we are the capital of Canada. There's the income level is very high. The cost of living is lower than other main cities as Toronto and Vancouver and Montreal, and very big on diversity and inclusion and friendliness. As Nadia mentioned, Canada is a very friendly country, and great access to outdoors and green spaces. Within a 10-minute drive, you can be in a provincial park skiing or cycling or doing whatever. And we have a huge canal as well, which converts into the longest skating rink in the world in the winter. It's the second safest city in North America and the third in Canada for quality of life. Okay, now I'm stuck on that one. I don't know what's going. Okay, so the University of Ottawa is situated downtown. So as you can see, this is all of Ottawa, and this is the campus. So it's very centrally located in the downtown of the city, and it's also walking distance from one end of the campus to the other end of the campus. Quickly, we have 6 main faculties. So Faculty of Arts, Faculty of Business, that we call it Telfair School of Management, the Faculty of Social Sciences, Faculty of Sciences, Health Sciences, and Engineering. Within these faculties, we have about 400 plus programs. So pretty much anything you'd like to study, we offer it. We also have the Faculty of Law, so these are more like professionals. So in Canada, in order to enter these faculties, you need to have an undergrad degree, so a 4-year degree before you can get admitted into those faculties. So Faculty of Law, Faculty of Education, Faculty of Medicine, and we have lots of graduate studies as well. So admission, very quickly, the general for general information, of course, as Nadia mentioned, we accept a lot of different curricula. I didn't want to present all of those today, but the information is all on our website. So generally you need a high school certificate, diploma, with a B or 75, around 75, depending on the program. Some programs are very competitive and might even require 95+% to get in. You apply through UAC. So this is a very particular to Ontario. It's all Ontario universities use this platform called UAC. So this is where you're going to apply for your program and upload your documents. There's a fee of $256, and you can apply to 3 choices, whether they're all in one university or in many different universities. It's up to you. And at the University of Ottawa, you usually get a response within 10 business days after you've applied through UAC. Our application deadline is January 15th for this coming year. And I do encourage to submit your application as early as possible. This year, our engineering programs closed very early, so the deadline is January 15th, but we will accept applications after, depending on the program. But if the program is closed, we can't guarantee after January 15th. A lot of our programs would remain closed for a while, but like I said, engineering, nursing, social science, social services were programs that were closed a little bit earlier last year. On our website, there's a section where you can search for your program prerequisite. For example, here I put my high school is outside of Canada. Then you could put your education system, like there's a drop-down menu that you can choose, and then you select your program and we'll let you know all the prerequisites. Admission checklist, graduate studies. So for masters, you need average 70. And for PhD, you need a master's and a minimum of 75%. I'm going to go, again, it's through UAC. I'm going to go a little bit faster on this. And for our graduate studies as well, we have an admission program requirement page where you can select a diploma you'd like to do, the program, and it will give you all of the requirements specific to those. So I'm going to skip this because I lost a lot of time, but there's different options for masters. You can do a short master program, a course-based master, or a thesis master. So the application process is pretty simple at University of Ottawa. Again, it's through the UAC platform. We do not require profile letters, so it's just grades. And once you have your application submitted, you can submit your deposit to get your provincial attestation letter, which is required to apply for your study permit. Tuition fees and scholarships. So I really want to emphasize that the University of Ottawa has a scholarship for international students. It's automatic as long as you have 80% plus. You will get automatically the scholarship. So it's $15,000 per year for the duration of your degree, whether it be a 4 or 5 year degree. This is for undergraduate, not for master's level. You also have access to the International Excellence Scholarship, 90% plus. We have only 100, so it's the 100 top students that will get those scholarships, and it's for the first year only, $10,000. We have a great, and this is a section that I skipped earlier because of my technology issue. University of Ottawa is the largest bilingual university in the world, so this is very important for Turkey. We offer all of our programs in English or French or both. So you can study in the language of your choice and you can do both. So you can do French immersion. So as long as you take 3 French classes out of 5 every semester, you are considered French immersion. If you study in French or French immersion, we have a great scholarship that will reduce your tuition fees by more than 50%. Okay, so this is the value per term of the scholarship. So it's a very, very generous scholarship. So I really encourage you, if you know some French, you can study in French, or you are young enough right now, you have a couple of years ahead of you and you can improve your French or learn French. I really encourage it because it makes your tuition fees just a little bit more than our domestic students. And you have access to a lot of help. French courses as well to help you, some support for writing essays and so on. If you're stuck in an exam, you're in a French class and you can only remember the English word, you can write it in French, and students our profs are very flexible about that. So, and I want to stress also bilingualism because for students who are looking into immigrating to Canada, speaking the two official languages is very important. I'm French myself. My first language is French, and I did go to University of Ottawa, and I did courses in English and in French to improve my English, and it's a great asset to have to be bilingual. You will increase your chance of getting a job after graduation, and also maybe even your permanent residency following that. So truly encourage that. Living cost, this is the living cost net of, this is living cost for, residents, whether you're on campus or off campus. Of course, there's options with meal plan and without meal plan. So total, we wanted to give you an idea. So total cost for international students, if you get the French scholarship, you're looking at anywhere from $39,000 or $40,000 to $50,000, including everything. And then with the English admission scholarship, you're looking, which is guaranteed, $41,000 to $71,000. That's what you're looking at. We do offer co-op programs, which is a really great opportunity to earn a little bit of money throughout your degree and also to gain some really valuable experience. We have a very large co-op program, and you can earn $40,000 to $60,000 through the course of your degree. And another option to earn a little bit of money is a work-study program. So we hire a lot of students, especially international students, on campus to work part-time during the school year and full-time in the summer. So there's lots of jobs available to make a little bit of money. And of course, there's lots of jobs off campus as well that you can get through to help pay for your studies. We offer guaranteed residence to international students. We have lots of residents and they're all on campus. We do have 3 campuses. One is only for medical school, and then we have a health science campus and the main campus. And the health science campus is very close to our main campus. You can walk, or you can take a shuttle, or you can take the train, which arrives right at the main campus. So it's very easy to get in between the 3 campuses. So really quickly, different options of residences. We have a great dining hall. It's an award-winning dining hall, and we cater to a lot of different dietary needs. And during Ramadan, we have special hours at the dining hall to accommodate students. And we have lots of sports facilities on campus, pools and skating rinks if you want to skate or learn how to skate. We have football fields, soccer fields, gyms, fitness centers, and etc. And that's it. So thank you for, I'm really apologize for the technological problems. I've had a lot of issues with my computer lately, and I think too many things going on at the same time. Thank you for listening, and I'm happy to take any questions. And the one slide that I missed at the beginning is I just want to say we have 50,000 students, of which 20,000 students are international students. So thank you. I hope I respected my time despite the problems.
You're great. Thanks so much for the great presentation. There are a few questions. I will just quickly ask and not want to steal too much of your time. And actually, Nadia answered one, yes, and especially for the acting kind of programs or theater departments. And most of the universities are asking for the audition. So, and it's the general process. And about the post-graduation work permit, I know on the school side you will not like to answer, or but on the Asian side, as I'm on the Turkey base, I can just quickly answer. And the students who have the bachelor's, will study bachelor's degree or any program longer than 2 years, they can set up to 3 years. Same for the graduate programs as well. And if the program is less than 2 years or just 1 year, they can work up to 1 year. But in this case, as we talk more on the bachelor's and the master's programs, as long as the master's programs are 16 months, and the students have the up to 3-year work permit, also the spouse can also have the open work permit as well. And the good thing I really like about the younger students, and they are taking more care about the career prospects, and when they finish their programs, I think there are 2 key questions coming from exam, and Nadia, I can ask you the first one, and then I'll ask Sylvie the second one. What are the career prospects after completing master's programs? You can actually answer in general both with the bachelor's and the master's, so the other students can also have the information as well.
Sure, great question. We do have career centers on both of our campuses, and I would say from our years of experience of working with students, we've arrived at the conclusion that, to be ready for your future career, which at this point nobody knows what it is because things are changing so much. Think about AI. Several years ago, people were like, what is AI? Now it's part of life. Things are changing. So usually you need a couple of things in place while you are a university student to prepare yourself for better career prospects. You definitely need to choose the right program of studies. And when I say the right programs of studies, I mean that's something that you can potentially succeed in. Not just getting into university is usually difficult enough, but going through the program and succeeding is a thing that you need to think about. And also, what I'm heading at is that sometimes you might not agree exactly with your parents or the counselors that you want to study one thing, they want you to study something else. It's always good to find a compromise, right? Because say I will always give example about business program. Our business program is very math based. So if you struggle with math, but there is still a push that you want to do business, find something else. There are options to say maybe do a Bachelor of Arts and Master of Management, still include the business component. So choose the right program of study that you can potentially work with for a long time, like not something that you just power through 4 years, and then you don't want to have anything to do with that. Choose the right program of study. While you are at a university, use the opportunities to get real life work experience. It doesn't have to be a long-term co-op program. As Sylvie mentioned, they have the work program. Like we do also have quite a few part-time opportunities. So anything you can get your hands off in terms of on like work experience is good. We do have a lot of part-time opportunities because this is the time for you to figure out what is it exactly that you can be good at. The more of those small experiences you have, maybe a part-time job here, part-time job there, maybe you end up having a co-op experience. All of those things help. So once you graduate, if you have the right degree, if you have relevant work experience, usually those 2 things help you figure out what you want to do. And please go to those career centers. They are there for you. They do run workshops free, how to write a resume, how to go through a job interview. On our end as a university, we provide you opportunities to learn and prep as much as possible. We cannot force you to go in and attend in those workshops. We just gently offer. The more opportunities you take on, the better you prepare yourself. So I know it was a long answer, but try to get as much experiences as you can while you're a student, because then it opens up professional networks, personal networks. You figure out where you are a good fit.
Thank you so much, Nadia. It was a really great question and great answer. We definitely encourage our students to get support from those services as early as possible, and especially the ones who just get those kind of supports earlier and kind of a few co-ops, so they have the Canadian work experience, and those are the ones who get better and the jobs quicker as soon as they graduate. So, and the value, the support, and you offer as well. And so there are 2 questions. I'll combine them and ask. And one student asks, what is the best time to apply? And also asking about the acceptance rates for this year.
Well, the best time to apply is as early as possible. So in Ontario, the platform opens around September 20th. So just put in your application right away. Some programs are very competitive. Like I mentioned, nursing will fill up really quickly. So the timing is really important that you get it done quickly, so that you get into the first rounds of offers, and then once you get your offer, pay your deposit and start applying for your study permit. It is possible to get a study permit in Canada, but it can take time. So just give yourself a lot of time. We have students who start the process in July and it's too late. So just the sooner you apply, the sooner you get your offer, the sooner you can get everything done, and then you don't have to stress about it. An acceptance rate, I'm not sure exactly what the official statistic is for our university. So it depends really on the program.
Okay. And Nadia, I would like to ask the acceptance rate question to you as well.
Same. It really depends on the program. Say somebody was asking about film and acting. This is a very niche program. Like we usually have spots for 15 students maximum, and we can have applicant pool in the hundreds. So then the acceptance rate, you know, it really depends. But some programs are larger. Like Bachelor of Arts is a pretty large program, but like science, engineering, business are also very competitive. So it really depends. I always tell students, try to focus your efforts on things that you can control. You cannot control how many students are going to apply, how many will be accepted, but you have absolutely control over how well you study. So focus on your academics, focus on your English language proficiency. We require personal profiles, so put some effort into that. I will also exactly say the same thing, like start preparing early. Don't wait till January 14th when you have 24 hours before you need to really submit your online application. Give yourself time. And then that is really, these are the things that are in control, and that will help you get in. And we have two choices. I think, Sylvie, you mentioned you have 3 choices. Students can apply for 3 choices. Anyways,
Well,
like, just, you know, do that. Choose choice 1 and then choice 2. Don't just leave it blank, because if you cannot get into choice 1, at least you have another option there as well.
So the 3 choices, you can apply for as many choices as you want, really.
Okay.
For it's $256 gives you 3 choices.
Okay,
so you could apply like for 1 program at University of Toronto and 2 at University of Ottawa, and then 2 at McMaster, but you'll have to pay extra for those ones. Like I think it's about $50 per extra choice. Yeah.
And the OAC was more like the BC planner, Nadia. So it's like on BC and the other counterparties, the OAC system.
So in BC, we have our own system that's called Education Planner BC, but in essence, it's just an online platform, and you can apply to pretty much any institution that's within the system, within the province of British Columbia.
That's actually kind of optional. The British Columbia side, but it's actually you have to go through the OAC, the centralized system in Ontario.
So in BC, you have to go through the system. You don't have an option to go to university. It used to be like that, but now it's very much centralized.
That's right. Thank you. Thanks so much for your time and just kind of giving support. And we'll definitely keep doing this kind of webinars. I know you're far away. It's not always easy to travel, or you cannot travel the year round. And to meet the students as long as they are try to making decisions. Some will be just making their choice to be in Turkey, but still exploring the opportunities abroad. So we definitely keep them informed and tell them that to apply as soon as possible, as well. Definitely has an effect on the acceptance rate. And note on the acceptance rate, it's something quite common in Turkey about the US institutions or some agencies, like the education counselors, and just while talking about the universities, they talk about the acceptance rates. And I think then that's why the question came. And as I saw a few posts recently on social media about the acceptance rate of some of the US universities. So that's why. Thank you so much.
If I can just add something, if you apply early, it also increases your chance of getting scholarships sometimes, right? So for example, the Excel Scholarship, we offer it to, let's say, everyone who has over 95% to start with. So if you apply, you get in and you accept your offer, you lock in your scholarship, right? It might not be available later in time. So just do it quickly.
Thank you. Thanks so much again for your support and your time. Teşekkür ederiz herkese katılanlar için, sorular için, cevaplar için. Farklı sorularınız için her zaman, ne zaman dilerseniz Akare ekibinden de bilgi alabilirsiniz. Memnuniyetle sorularınızı ve taleplerinizi okullara iletiyor oluruz. Thank you again. Have a great day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.